From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Monday, February the 22nd, 2021. The IDF said that it prevented a possible threat to its naval ships stationed off the coast of Gaza today, tweeting that earlier today, our troops spotted suspicious naval activity in the maritime zone along the Gaza Strip, which posed a potential threat to Israeli Navy vessels. We identified and thwarted the threat and will continue to operate against all threats, both on land and at sea. Additional information and details about the incident was not available at the time of the taping of this newscast. And the IDF will be pitching in the wake of an ecological disaster on Israel's coast, a massive oil spill that wreaked havoc on the coastline, shutting down beaches from Israel's northernmost tip at Rosh HaNikra to the beaches of Ashkelon. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who toured some of the affected areas yesterday, called this a very serious incident. The massive amounts of tar have killed sea turtles, fish, and other sea creatures, and may have been responsible for a young whale that washed up dead on a beach in southern Israel this past Thursday. Environmental Protection Minister Gila Gamliel said the spill occurred 31 miles off the coast a week ago, likely caused by one of 10 vessels in the area. Investigation is ongoing. The IDF tweeted that under the direction of IDF Chief of Staff Aviv Kochavi and Nature and Parks Authority head Shaul Goldstein, thousands of IDF soldiers will assist in mapping and cleaning affected areas. Well, a joke on Saturday Night Live this weekend is causing some outrage in the Jewish world. During its Weekend Update news segment, co-host Michael Che said that Israel is reporting that they've vaccinated half of their population, and I'm going to guess it's the Jewish half. Well, Israel's health minister Yuli Edelstein was not amused. He tweeted at SNL, "I'm updating you that anti-Semitism isn't funny. It's dangerous and false." Edelstein said that in Israel, more Arabs have been vaccinated than in most countries around the world. He called the so-called joke an anti-Semitic lie that could have dangerous repercussions. Jewish organizations echoed the sentiment. The American Jewish Committee said this was a modern twist on a classic anti-Semitic trope that has inspired the mass murder of Jews, urging NBC to retract it and apologize. The Conference of Presidents of major American Jewish organizations noted that the COVID vaccine in Israel is equally available to its entire population. It said that more than a fifth of Israel's population is non-Jewish, and all Israelis, Jews, Christians, and Muslims alike, along with Palestinians living in Jerusalem, are participants in the vaccine rollout. They said Saturday Night Live's ill-conceived joke adds to the heap of lies and conspiratorial allegations surrounding the Jewish people and COVID-19 that recalls medieval accusations of Jews being responsible for disease and plagues. NBC, they said, should know better and must not only stop spreading harmful misinformation, but take action to undo this damage caused by propagating Jew hatred under the guise of comedy. A former Nazi guard was deported from the United States this weekend to his native Germany. 95-year-old Friedrich Karl Berger has been living in the U.S. since 1959, residing in Tennessee. He had worked as a guard in the Meppen concentration camp in Germany towards the end of the war. And an immigration judge in Memphis ordered Berger deported a year ago after finding that his willing service as an armed guard of prisoners at a concentration camp where persecution took place constituted assistance in Nazi-sponsored persecution. Berger does admit that he worked at the camp but denies observing any abuse or killing. He has agreed to be questioned by German prosecutors who now have to re-examine the case and decide if they will bring charges against him. Iranian Judoka Saeed Malai won a silver medal Friday at the Grand Slam International Judo competition held in Tel Aviv. The former world champion, who fled Iran for Mongolia after he was forced to forfeit a game so as not to face his Israeli competitor back in 2019, won second place in his weight category under the Mongolian flag. He conveyed to the media in Israel that the Israeli judo team have been very kind. That is something he said I will never forget. He is seen in this brief video clip from the Tel Aviv venue last week saying thank you in Hebrew. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Monday, February the 22nd at 7 o'clock. It's The Wisdom of Dr. Ruth. At 7:30, Mossab Hassan Youssef, the son of a major Hamas leader turned Mossad agent, shares his perspective. At 8, Yossi Klein Halevi discusses the prospects for peace in the Middle East under the Biden administration and what the U.S. should do to deter Iran from acquiring nuclear weapons, among other topics, with Robert Walker of Honest Reporting Canada. At 9, Mark Golub speaks with Lisa Daftari, who describes her family upbringing as an Iranian-American Jew and talks about her work as a Middle East expert, investigative journalist, and political commentator. At 10, it's Jewish humor from the 92nd Street Y. And coming up next, Shachar Azani speaks with former Knesset member and the first female combat soldier to serve in Israel's parliament, Sharon Haskell, who shares the vision of Gideon Sa'ar's New Hope Party, current priorities for Israelis in the upcoming elections, and what the party will do if and when it comes to power. And that's the JBS News Update for Monday, February the 22nd, 2021. I'm Teisha Bader. Stay healthy, stay well.